Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first vlog. I am gonna do an impossible challenge, which is to survive Shanghai for one day with only $5. Now, Shanghai is one of the most expensive cities in China and always ranks as top 10 most expensive city in the world. Then you may ask, how am I gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna tell you the easy answer. We're gonna sit at home and fast for a day. Tricks are for kids. Today, no cheating. We're gonna have soul-free proper meals. I'm gonna explore some of the local places where nobody knows. You think I can do it? Come along, let's go. Okay, so let's convert the USD to RMB first. $5 at today's rate is about $36 RMB, and that's what we're gonna stick to. And the first thing I did is to go and buy breakfast. Typically, I don't eat breakfast, so we're gonna have a simple one, which is 2 little buns. These buns have different fillings. You can have them as pork ones or green bean ones, whatever the heck you want. These are typically sold just under a normal neighborhood, like a condo complex or something like that. So each one of these costs about 2.5 RMB each. So I got 2. That means we spend 5 RMB for breakfast. Now that we finished breakfast, I'm a bit thirsty, so I think we're gonna go look for special coffee, which from what I heard, an Americano only costs 1 RMB. Can you believe that? I'm not too sure if I can get it, but let's find out. So this place is a great boulangerie and it has really good baked goods. But unfortunately, it is out of our budget today. So let's move on. So I have to say, Louis Vuitton has the best marketing team. They transformed an entire mall. So this entire building was a mall before, and they overlaid that with a huge ship. They also did this in Paris during the Paris Olympic, where they transformed the entire building into, I believe when I saw it was a luggage, like a silver luggage, and it was also crazy. Okay, today we're not gonna drink Starbucks because we cannot afford it with our budget. It is typically around 35 RMB just for one coffee, but we should go and check it out. Look, there's a little robot. We're gonna follow the robot and see where we go. Okay, after walking in Starbucks, I'm really craving some coffee right now. This place is insane. Regular price for Americano is 1.5 RMB. And right now is a promotion and you can get 1 Americano for 1 RMB. I really want to see what that tastes like. And this is like in a prime location. This is city center in a place called Xintiandi, which is where all the luxury shopping mall is. And I can't believe it's this price. They also have 3 workers there. Imagine the operating expense. How can they afford that? Oh, 谢谢. 1 RMB Americano. Let's try what that tastes like. Okay, it's actually not that bad. It's stronger, frankly speaking, than the Canadian Tim Hortons coffee. So maybe this is a good time to talk about this word called 卷 in Chinese, which means hyper competitiveness. You just have to beat everybody else at what you do. And this applies to pricing in restaurants, for coffee. This also applies for when do you leave work. So you do this 996 or 007 kind of work culture. Everything is super competitive, and that is great for the consumer in the short run. But I don't know, man, in the future, I don't know if this is actually sustainable. Because it is a weekend, I haven't checked out the marriage market since last time I was here, which was 10 years ago. So let's go there and see if they still exist and what it looks like right now. I don't know if you can hear this loud noise. This is uniquely China. It's this insect. In Chinese, it's called chan. I don't know what it is in English. Gotta find out. But it just reminds me of my childhood. Every summer, this is what you hear. Okay, welcome to People's Park. Right here. This is a marriage market. Oh my God, I'm lucky I actually see it. This is actually a bit different than I remembered. Before, there were like two walls, and you can put the description of the person on each side of the wall, and it will have the pink ones that are girls and the blue one that are guys. But now it's just like white paper now.
那你是中国人？
中国人，
中国人这边
对，对，
在那边工作了，
以前对工作了好多年了已经。
已经工作好多年了。
对对对，
那你做什么工作？
我做的是在科技公司工作。
啊，
科技公司。
科技公司什么工作呢？
听说过叫谷歌吗？国外的百度。
国外的百度。
对。
啊，找朋友。
哦，你儿子找朋友啊？那个年轻人现在不都是在网上找吗？
现在各种形式都有了，
这神器都有是吧？
这里就是有很多人骗钱骗人。
哦，这还有骗钱的都是？
不是骗钱骗人，他一骗到也给他1000块2个，不成功给他钱给他骗。
哦，就是当中介的。
他介绍也给1000块2个，不成功钱就给他拿走。
哦，了解了解。他不管你成功不成功的啊。
那个罗马给了8年。
Met this uncle, he's so funny. He asked where I'm from. He's looking for a daughter-in-law, and he's also learning Spanish for some reason. This is pretty much the OG Tinder. They invented this. I can't believe after 10 years it still exists. So I also did some offline interview. And first of all, some of the kids don't want the parents to be there. These baby boomers, I would call them, they're actually quite non-intrusive. They ask very kindly because probably they know you'll run away. And once they confirm they like you, they'll show the pictures of their daughters or sons. And if you want to proceed to add them on WeChat as a contact. A few takeaways I got out of this. First, China has one of the most impressive digital economy, but as you can see, human interactions is still extremely valuable. In-person interaction is the best way to figure out if you're real or not. Number two, with social media, parents feel like young people don't have proper conversation anymore. Relationship does not have resilience. Most of them say all the stuff they see online is quite BS. It is brainwashing the next generation. Last but not least, I believe the folks that are in the park, they are capturing a lot of the edge cases. Either they pass the optimum marriage age as defined in China, or surprisingly, the profiles are too good. They're from a lot of the great schools in China. They call them the C9 here, which is the equivalent of the Ivy Leagues of the US. This means that the individuals are a lot more focused on their career, they have less time, and just like in corporate, the higher up you go, the lonelier you get. Okay, lunchtime. I've selected an extremely local place By the time I got there, which was around noon, most of the stuff was already sold out, and I was frantically trying to line up and fight for the last scrap of food. Now this place is extremely famous for a pork cutlet that is the size of your face and only costs 10 RMB. This bro over here was gonna purchase the last 2 left, and after hearing how sad I was and wanted to try the pork cutlet, he voluntarily only purchased 1 so he can leave 1 for me. What a bro. Now just look at the size of this pork cutlet. It is the same size as my face and it is hell crispy. Just listen to it. Oh, it's so freaking good. I have to wait half an hour to eat this because there's no seat at the restaurant, and it's still crispy. I'm still half left. I'm really full already. Next thing, a whole bowl of noodles for 5 RMB. So the entire meal is 15 RMB. This is ridiculous. There's vegetables. Look at that. I don't think I can finish. It's probably the first time I said that. I've taken like 6 or 7 huge bites. It still feels like I didn't eat anything. What the hell? How much noodles in here? Okay, there's no way I can finish this. After lunch, I went to the French concession for a quick walk. It was extremely hot today in Shanghai, around 35 degrees plus. By the time I finished my walk for just about an hour, I was completely soaked up and down. All right, so it is almost time for dinner. I am actually going to order dinner on an app today. So the equivalent of an Uber Eats to the West here is called the Meituan. Now, what's unique about this app is there's a special function called 拼饭, which means it's sort of like a group buy. What you need is effectively 2 people to buy at once, and you get these extremely cheap price for food. For example, today I've ordered a green tea, and if you buy it by itself, I think it's around 4 RMB, but if you have 2 people buying together, it's only 1.9 RMB. In addition to that, I bought my main course as some pork and rice with vegetables. If you add all of them together, it is only 9 RMB, and I still have 6 left over. That is pretty crazy. In addition, if the group buy fails, you'll actually just get the money back. Anyways, I placed my order. It's gonna take around 30-40 minutes to get here, and let's see what the quality is. Okay, the food is here, so let's take a look. Okay, here we have the green tea. We got the rice with pork and a lot of vegetables. You see this is really good amount of food. Quite heavy as well. So the quality of the food and the ingredient are both pretty good. And I'm so amazed by the price of the food that you get. This also kind of creates problems here in China that nobody in this new generation cook anymore, because ordering food is just so easy and there's a lot of time cheaper as well. However, there are 2 major problems I see the new generation have right now. First of all, it's producing a lot of plastic waste with these kind of delivery. In addition to that, you don't know how clean the food is for a lot of these shops. Therefore, you have to be really careful when ordering food and making sure it's a really reputable place. All right, folks, I think I met my challenge goal. I was able to only spend less than $5 to live in Shanghai and have 3 proper meals for an entire day, plus coffee. In addition to that, I have some leftover, but you can count that as transportation fee if you wanted to. Shanghai is a very interesting city. It's always known to be extremely expensive. However, I think there's really a dichotomy of social economic classes here. You can live really cheaply like what I showed you today, and also you can live with 500 US dollar a day. Maybe one day I'll do that video as well. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss out on my future vlogs. Let me know in the comments what you think and if there's anything else you would like to see. I'll see you next time. Ciao!